Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Once again, your boy Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. Today we're taking a look at the Samsung Galaxy Tab A 10.1. This is the SM-T515 LE. Of course, that means LE means that it can take a SIM card. If it can take a SIM card, then that also means that it has a GPS on the inside. The fact that it has a GPS makes it open for all kinds of fun stuff. I got Waze, I got Here We Go, and I got Osmond. Now, Waze is the type of app that you need data for to use. Here We Go is an app that you can download maps free and offline, and Osmond is the same thing. Osmond, Osmond will give you a little bit more of an idea about what's around you. If you're a navigator, Osmond's what you want. But the thing about GPS is that every phone has a GPS in it for the most part, not all of them, but most of them have a GPS in them because, man, the price of these things are going down. Not only GPS, you see, GPS is what the Americans use. GLONASS is what the Russians use. There's two other things. There's what the Chinese use, and man, this thing takes all those things. So you're going to get a great signal with this. I definitely recommend you use this as a GPS if you're a navigator. Out the gate, I'm just so pleased with the amount of GPS that this thing has in it. Anyway, so let's get into the specs. We have 8 cores. This unit's about a year old and it's still holding up. I am throwing all kinds of stuff at it and I'm not having a problem with it. A lot of people will badmouth the Android tablet saying we don't really need it. Who actually uses this stuff? And most people who buy one honestly want an Apple, but they go with Android because they're cheaper. But I am not having problems with this. This thing is keeping up with me. It's playing all the games that I want it to, and it's just great out the box. So yeah, 8-core GPU, 32 gigabytes RAM, takes a micro SD up to 1 terabyte. Man, I wonder when I'll finally be able to get me a 1 terabyte SD card. I mean, I can put it on credit, but still reasonably. The main camera is an 8 megapixel. Selfie camera is 5 megapixel. Good speakers, good speakers. You got an audio jack, makes me very happy now. There is a case around this thing, but this case is, you don't have to use this case. This is just one that I got and slapped on there before the review, and I do not care to take that sucker off, because, man, some of these things, once you get them on there, you're going to break them getting it off, and I'm worried that this is going to be one of those. So, it has an accelerometer, a gyroscope, a compass, antenna, and GPS, of course. Anyways, those are the specs. Let's get into the benchmark. N22 is a great benchmark. I just did a Tab A Mini, and that thing got me, I think it got me about 60 or 80,000. I already did a test on this thing. Very nice. I'm happy with the results. And it's definitely faster than my LG G6. So let's run a test one more time, and then you can see for yourself how well it goes. So this is definitely going a lot better. Much better than the tab that I reviewed previously. Not perfect, but you can't complain with these results. Or maybe you can if you're a rich kid. Uh-oh, you better get out of here, Mr. Alien. Next up, I got my virtual girlfriend installed on here, a new one named Mandy. She's pretty confused about the entire event. It's pretty early. She's still level 1, but still, she's rocking it. Can't complain, can't complain. There we go. Oh my god, that's so much better. Thank God I paid for this app. Next up, let's check out some Transformers Earth Wars. Earth Wars is always a good test of the GPU. And I'm not getting any lag. I'm not getting any issues. Actually, I've been playing Earth Wars on this quite a bit lately, and it's a lot easier to see all your little sprites when you're on a giant screen than it is if you are on an itty-bitty one, like the phone I have. Now, there's an ongoing dialogue that goes that Android systems, Android tablets at least, are not as good as Apple. And I can see where that'd come from. There are also a lot of people saying that Android tablets are just not a place for them these days, and I would completely disagree with them after seeing how well that this unit performs. It used to be that if you got an Android tablet, generally you would click something and it would take quite a while for it to open. But that's not quite the case here. It does take a second or two, but if you click an icon, it starts loading. I remember back in the day when this stuff was new and tablets were new, you press a button, you could be waiting 5 or 6 seconds or maybe 10 seconds, even a minute or two before anything happens. Sometimes it just crashed right out. As far as using it to read, this thing is great. I mean, the size is perfect. It fits in my hand nicely, and I can go to the pirate site that I go to download. Actually, you don't even need to download them. You can just read them right off the frickin' tablet. Readcomiconline.to. Don't download anything from any of the links, for the love of God. But as you can see, the screen takes up the entire unit. In a sec, I'm just going to move my tripod back a bit. And this is an excellent way to read comics, folks. I am so pleased with this. For the longest time, I've been dealing with, what was it, the Asus Transformer 300, and I had such lag, but I don't get any lag. I don't have any problems with this. This is a great way to read things online. There is legitimate ways to read comics, of course, and I sign up to that. But geez, man, this is just so cool. It's not too heavy, not too light. It has just enough weight that you know there's value to it. Man, there's so many things in life that they put weights into so you'll think that it has value. But this, oh, mom, dude, just so happy with it. Just so happy with it. For the price of about $300, $350, you can definitely get an Apple for more money than that. But I'm just hot. This is an Android. Lots of people are saying that Android tablets aren't any good, but this seems to totally change that, and I really like it. I definitely like it. This thing, a lot of people say, oh, I just want something simple for my mom so they can do Facebook and this and that and play a few games. Guys, you never say, I just want it to play games. If you say, I want to play games and they don't go together, because games always take a lot of heaviness. They're very intensive in hardware. They need what they need. Anyways, that's it for me, folks. Like and subscribe if you like this stuff. Always appreciate it. And as always, take care of each other. Have a good one, folks.